Hey guys, how are you? I just thought I would do a video, do a short vlog. I'm really going to try to keep this short because I really don't have anything interesting to talk about. Which is basically 99% of my videos, but I babble on anyway. I still have the throat thing, you could probably hear it. Sarah had a doctor's appointment today, but she had a fever when she woke up earlier, and I don't like to take her out if she's got a fever in case she's contagious at all. So I rescheduled, which it worked out because my next appointment is on the 27th in the morning, and hers will be later on that afternoon on the 27th. So we just have to go to Texarkana once that week, hopefully, except for therapy. If you hear some noise, it's the cat and the dog doing their morning ritual. Right now, it's Chewy that's got the cat down. It's usually the cat winning because Chewy's a wimp. Anyway, so not much going on. We have just, the last few weeks have just been horrible sickness-wise. Once we get to feeling better, it's something else, or it's the same thing coming back, and I can't blame school because Sarah just went a few days after school. Can you children be a little quieter, please? After school started back after Christmas. So it's just us. I've been trying to Lysol doorknobs and stuff. I'm not the best housekeeper in the world. I swear, these animals. Anyway, y'all take a break. They do this for like an hour, hour and a half every morning. And then before bed, of course, when everyone else is winding down. The animals, the children want to play. But anyway, but I've been Lysoling the doorknobs and whatever. But I do have doctor's appointments, and she does have therapy once a week. So we are exposed to other people. And I think just getting out, we keep recatching stuff. I did have a nurse tell me, I think I mentioned this, I did have a nurse tell me, one of my nurses, a few days ago, that the flu that we got here, which is in this part, I'm in Northeast Texas, so it's Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, this area, probably a lot more, probably everywhere. I don't know, I don't keep up with the news. But it has morphed into a flu that their medications, which the flu, you can't get an antibiotic for the flu. It can treat other things, other symptoms of the flu, but not the flu. But anyway, it's morphed into something that they have no idea what it is, and it's just really a bad year, and it's that way everywhere. But as soon as I start a video, it's like, as soon as you get on the phone, the kiddo needs something. The kiddo, the real kiddo, not the, excuse you. Anyway, so, I have not been feeling well mentally as well as physically. My sister-in-law, for those who have known me longer, my newer subscribers have no clue what I'm talking about. And that's okay. I'll catch you guys up eventually. I haven't been making videos as regular as I was. It's just because I haven't felt well. But my sister-in-law, my brother died in July. It will be 4 years in a car accident, and he had brand new tires, so it was a lawsuit against Goodyear, or Michelin, excuse me, against the Michelin tires. It was not because an old tire blew out kind of situation. Well, she got a a certain amount of money, as well as David's son, my nephew. And that, because he's under 18, it goes into a trust account or some kind of, I don't know the legal terms. But anyway, it can't be touched until he's 18. And he is special needs. He is autistic, more so than, like, Sarah has Asperger's, which it's all classified. It's all classified now as autism. But people, we still break it down because it's just easier to understand in the autism world. But he is more classic autism. He won't be able to live on his own, whereas my daughter, I pray, will she will be able to function on her own, cook for herself, clean for herself, get married, have children, all those wonderful things which every parent wants for their child. Where Cedric will either stay with his mom until she's gone, or be in a group home, which that won't happen because there's so much family on her side. He'll always have somewhere to go and someone to help him function in daily life. He's able to learn and he's able to do things, but his severity of autism is a lot more. But what I'm talking about is, as far as the lawsuit goes, he has a trust fund, that's what it's called, which nobody can get into until he is 18. And then when he is 18, there's certain stipulations. It's not just one family member. It's not just Lacey, my sister-in-law. It's her sister, and it seems like one other person, but I can't recall who it is, because she doesn't have a brother and she doesn't have another sister. It may be a cousin that they're closer to. I'm not sure. But anyway, so that's neither here nor there. But she's getting a house built, which is exactly what I would do, because we're just normal poor people. We're just poor people. We've always grown up, living paycheck to paycheck. And I'm disabled, so it's not a weekly paycheck. But you understand what I'm saying. Most people, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And things are not getting any cheaper. But she got a house built, and they're at the very, very final stages. They're putting kitchen cabinets up, painting, carpeting. They're doing the very, very final stages, which is wonderful. And I'm so happy for her, because she was living in income-based apartments just like I do now for years. And even when David was alive, they lived in income-based housing, which nothing's wrong with that. Thank God they have it, or I would not have a home. Since, not being with Robert anymore. But yesterday they started moving. I'm just stuttering for some reason. Yesterday they started moving things into the new home. They can't legally sleep there yet. Excuse you. Because there's no hot water. They do have running water, but there's no hot water yet. I believe that it's out in the country, which is my ideal, as long as it's not too far out, like an hour from a store. But so they have propane heat and or propane for cooking and heat, and etc. But anyway, what I'm saying is they're starting to move. So I've just had a lot of issues because she was married to my brother, and I love her so much. I mean, she is closer than blood relation. There are people in my family that are toxic, and I have had to push them out of my life in order to be a little more mentally healthy and physically, because I ponder on things. I obsess, I guess, and I make myself physically sick. Leave whatever that is alone. It's the cat. She's very mischievous. If anyone wants her, there is an empty box. I can box her up and send her real cheap. Well, actually, postage went up. But anyway, there have been things that she has done, excuse me. There have been things that she's done. Like she went on a cruise with her sister on a Toby Mac, which I want to go so badly. Newsboys, all my favorites. Mandisa, all my favorites. Christian singers were there. But anyway, they went to that. They went... she's done several things over the last few years. And there's never been a jealousy thing. But there's all, and she knows about this, so it's not like I'm talking about her. But there's always been this, my brother died for that kind of feeling in my heart. And I know I shouldn't feel that way. That shouldn't be there, but I can't help it. But yesterday they started moving. She was busy all day yesterday. I'm sure all day today. And all this weekend, they're trying to get the heavy, big stuff. And she's got years worth. She's got a house full of stuff. Where mine would take a small U-Haul or the back, a couple of trips in the back of a pickup. Hers would take days worth of trips, you know. But also that's because I left Robert and I left a whole bunch of stuff with him. Because I just didn't want it. Too many memories attached, whatever. But anyway, so I've just felt really weird. I'm so happy for them. But it's heartbreaking when I see the pictures, and I have been in the home, and it's not extravagant. It's a 3-bedroom, just a normal brick home. It's gorgeous because it's hers, and nobody's going to take that away from her as long as she, does what legally you have to do when you own a home. I don't even know. I've got to switch hands. I'm going to sleep. This is going to be a long video. I guess I didn't know it was going to be long until I opened my mouth, so warning. I might have to do a part 2. But anyway, and I'm sorry, but there's part of me that has a problem with the home because my brother, if he were here, it would have been his home. But if he were here, they would not have the home. And what is that you're chewing on? Anyway, so it's not jealousy. It's not mad. It's nothing against her. I mean, she's making an investment. She's thrown a lot of the money away, which a lot of people with no money, you get money in your hands and you spend some of it foolishly. I think every one of us would to a certain extent. I know I would. I wouldn't go beyond dollar store. I wouldn't know how to shop in expensive places, I never have, so I wouldn't even think to go there. But, it's a very extremely wise decision. It's exactly what I would do for me and Sarah. I see it as Sarah. Because once you start getting past your 40s and you have children, I think you start thinking of your mortality more. Not that I'm about to drop dead. I hope not. Only God knows. I'm so sorry. I'm sick. Anyway. But what I'm saying is, she's so excited to be moving into this home, which anyone would be. It's hers. It's a huge thing. She bought a car that was new. How would I even feel to be able to buy a brand new car? I'm still paying on a used one. I still owe $2,000 on it. And to be able to get her house, she didn't have the funds to do the house exactly like she wanted. she wanted a couple other things, but they were also optional. They weren't, important. They were just because she kind of wanted. But what I'm trying to say in the long way around it is I'm so happy for them. And Cedric is always going to have a home. She's always going to have a home. Her parents, when they get older, they both are sick and they have health issues that could get them down. Just last year, her dad nearly died. So things happen, but they would have a place. And the way her and her family are is, no matter what, when the chips are down, they're there for each other. And she's always told me that I'm family, and she would do anything for me and Sarah as well, and I do believe it. We've always been that way. We've gotten closer since David died, but it's just kind of hurts my heart to know that that house is there because David's not. It's just weird. 16 minutes. I'm sorry this is so long. I really was going to try to make it just a short little vlog, but none of them are. And I've just been kind of down regardless also, just because I don't know what's going on with Sarah. Like I said, we had to reschedule an appointment, but that was for physical things. Monday, she sees a new psychiatrist in town, well, in Texarkana, not here, to get her meds straightened out. Her old one is cash pay now, and I can't afford $100 every time we go for refills or whatever. So, and we've got to get her on a mood stabilizer or something because herbal things aren't working nearly as well as they should. I have seen some improvement, but not nearly as much. And I don't know where a lot of her stuff is coming from. I know she needs to get back into therapy. She's also waking up, so I'm not going to talk about her. But anyway, she does have an appointment Monday with him. So, and I hate thinking that she will be on more medications. But when you have to be, you have to be. And it's to the point to where she has to be. In the evenings, it's easier, or it's been okay. It's been working as far as winding her down. She's not necessarily physically keyed up in the evenings and things. It does come out, some of it does come out as anger and anxiety, but in the evenings it's slower mentally and physically. And we do a lot of herbal tea. Do not underrate chamomile tea. It sounds so simple. It works so good, not just to help you calm down physically, and so you'll be able to sleep, because it takes a lot for her to be able to sleep. Sometimes she's up till 3 or 4, or she doesn't sleep at all. But mentally, it helps slow you down mentally, and it really, really helps her, as well as physically with her stomach issues. Ginger and peppermint tea, and she likes warm tea, so, which is strange for a kid, but she does. So we fix that for her. But when it goes beyond that, then it's time to, start talking to someone. I need to as well, but Mom always goes last. But I've just been really down because she's, not in school anymore. Well, at home, but, which is great, and I've always enjoyed homeschooling. One reason is because if there's an issue that she's having, for example, money, she has had issues with money and math. But we focus on money because that's real life. That's what she's going to deal with every day of her life when she's an adult and I'm not there, is money, numbers. It's not trigonometry. It's not American history. It's not all these things. It's real life. You're going to need to know how to do this because you're going to have to pay bills. So here's how to write a check. I don't even know if checks will still be around because I have a checking account. I never write checks. So this is how you use your debit card. This is how you use the credit end of your debit card. And this is how the debit end of your debit card works. You know, real life things. We can focus more on that. That's one reason before when I was homeschooling or why I enjoyed it so much. Because I know where she has problems. So I know where we need to focus. Where a teacher with 34 students and someone who has no connection with my child beyond being her teacher, they don't know what she needs where I do. And I'm not saying I'm any better. I'm just saying I know because I'm her parent. But I've been down because of the reasons why, which I won't go into, why I've had to take her out of school again. But she did half a year, sorry. She did half a year. And I'm so proud of her doing that half a year after 4 years of being homeschooled. It may not make sense to other people. But to me, it is a huge accomplishment. And you know, to some people, she looks like maybe she's just being a brat. Well, like my friend Vanessa, I've had to tell her, especially when we first met, because she didn't know Sarah. We were getting to know each other. That, you know, Sarah's anxiety looks most of the time when it's first coming on, it looks like she's giving someone attitude or she's dealing with a situation with attitude. Now, some of that, believe me, my kid is going through puberty just like every other 12-year-old. And she has that attitude so badly. So I know this, I'm not stupid. And it's not an excuse for my child's bad behavior because there is anxiety / bad behavior. Those are two different things. Most of the time, I could see the difference. A lot, you know, there's times I don't. There's times that I know she's using it against me to have bad behavior and to blame anxiety. I'm not stupid, you know. But like I said, when I first met Vanessa, I explained it to her. So if we were ever at her house, or she was ever around her, and she popped off, to kind of look at what's going on, and then decipher, is it her being 12? Is it her having a bad attitude and just being a pain in the ass? Or is it anxiety? Is there something going on that mentally is too much? And this is 25 minutes, so this is really too long, and I'm going to end it here. If you made it this far, thank you. Say Batman, so I'll know. I know the usual folks that watch all of them, and I know a lot of people skim. A lot of longer videos, I skim through them. So it's not going to hurt my feeling. But when I make longer videos, I try to use a word just so I'll know if anyone is watching them. Good morning. Just to let me know. But anyway, I'm so sorry. The kiddo's up So I'm going to go, and this is also a very long video. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. God bless. And do something good for somebody. Take care. Bye.